All right, let's bring in Dr. Ben Carson. He, of course, is speaking out on behalf of Donald Trump. Dr. Carson joins us today from West Palm Beach. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
This WikiLeaks thing is pretty darn big, and Howie Kurtz was just talking about how he's surprised that it's not bigger in the mainstream media. 20,000 email from the DNC leaked out, and it made very clear that the DNC was out for Hillary to help her, to the detriment of Bernie Sanders. Here's one top DNC official who tried to smear Bernie Sanders' religion.
Yes, he wrote, his name's Brad Marshall, and he wrote, "Does he believe in God?" He had skated on saying he has a Jewish heritage. I think I read he is an atheist.
So what do you think about using religion against Bernie Sanders, Dr. Carson?
Well, I think using it against anybody is a huge mistake. You know, we have freedom of religion. People fought and died so that we could have that. And, you know, there are all kinds of religions, including atheism. Atheism is a religion. And, you know, we need to protect all of our citizens. That's really the key when we talk about liberty and justice for all. And these kinds of things, as has been revealed about through WikiLeaks, about what's going on with the DNC and with the collusion with the media, all of these things, I don't understand how people can just stick their head in the sand and say, that's nothing.
Because it's the
outsider
outsider
just like the
candidate.
people who see all the lies.
It's the outsider candidate like
care.
you were and like Donald Trump is. If the RNC was plotting to stop it like the DNC was, Trump wouldn't have gotten it. You were up there 1 and 2 for the first 6 months. I think we were watching this campaign. But behind the scenes, the Democrats not only have superdelegates, they have the whole thing is rigged.
Without question, it's rigged. One of the things that I discovered, to my chagrin, I mean, I knew that there was corruption, but the level of corruption throughout the political system is overwhelming. And I'm talking about the established Democrats and the established Republicans, who are much more interested in holding on to power and their positions than they are about their party or about their country. And this is really very sad. Well, and I hope that more people will wake up and see what's happening.
Does this just prove how strong Donald Trump really is, because he was able to overcome that? And Bernie Sanders was not for the Democrats because they were similar candidates on either side? Or does it show how corrupt the DNC is and not necessarily the Republican Party?
Well, I think the system, the DNC, is completely corrupt. There was no way for anybody to break through. With the Republicans, it's corrupt, but it wasn't completely corrupt, so there was a way to break through. And the will of the people prevailed. There were so many people who did not want the will of the people to prevail. And remember when the Tea Party first came up, all they were are Americans saying, don't we have something to do with what's going on in our country? And they were demonized.
Sure. Dr. Carson, because all these embarrassing email are out now, embarrassing for the DNC and other people as well, apparently some people close to the Clinton campaign are saying, look, these were leaked by Russia. They want Donald Trump to win. What do you think about that idea?
I think it's so foolish. There's so many things that come out that are just completely foolish. And I just say all people have to do is engage their brain and think for themselves. That is the key to America. It is a nation that is of, for, and by the people, not of, for, and by the political class, the media, the pundits. We the people, please think for yourself.
All right, so there's a slogan that you know very well, that you're helping Donald Trump become president, Make America Great Again. So the Philly mayor was interviewed, his name is Jim Kenney, on another network, and said this about Donald Trump's mantra.
I think the whole concept of taking America back, from whom and for whom? I mean, Donald Trump and his folks want to go back to the good old days where you couldn't sit at a lunch counter or ride in the front of a bus.
What does he say? Is that true? Is that another code I'm missing?
It is so incredible. But, you know, they like to throw this term out about racism. It's born out of ignorance. They don't really know what racism is. You know, when I was in junior high school, I was getting my report card, and I had all A's, and the band teacher gave me a C to try to spoil my report card so I wouldn't get the top academic honors. I got it anyway. Wow. I was the only black student. And one of the teachers got up and chastised the white students for letting a black student be number one. That's racism. And there were so many people, black and white, who gave everything. Many of them gave their lives to abolish that. And for people to come along and call these other things racism, they have no idea what they're talking about. And they're cheapening the struggle that so many people made.
Sure. Wow, what an interesting perspective. Thanks so much, Doctor.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Have a good Sunday.
Good to see you.